Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your hosts, Jessica, Maciel,
And Lauren.
Okay, take 2.
All right.
Wait, do I have my sunglasses?
Yes, they're in here.
Okay.
Lauren, can you please wear these?
And if you're wondering why Lauren is missing a lens, it's because
Because, we have
Lauren,
to get
can you
creative.
capture some POV shots on your phone of what our setup looks like, and then we can edit it into the video form.
All
Off we
right.
go.
Take
Take
2.
625. Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable.
We've got our wagon. We've got our camera. This is why people spend so much on camera equipment and special lenses.
Well, they get fucking paid to buy it.
Yeah.
You know, if all of you that are listening or watching would just hit a like button and a subscribe,
It would help a bitch out.
we'll get a penny out of it.
That
One
would
penny.
help a bit
Get us closer
out.
to our goals.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like climbing a tree now.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll film it.
Says her back.
Says her
my
back.
Yes.
All right.
To work.
Lauren, set the scene.
I'm setting the scene for the 5th time. We're in the park walking today because we are talking about the movie The Long Walk, where they
Yeah.
walked until they died.
Yeah, that's pretty much the movie.
It's a lovely 80 degrees out right now with the sun and some breeze.
For those of you that are strictly just listening, if you want to see what the fuck we're up to out here and want to see our setup, head to our YouTube channel instead, and you can see the craziness that is happening.
And for everyone watching on YouTube, watch with one eye open because you're going to get motion sick.
You might get motion sick. For record, our setup is that we have a camera in a wagon, and I am pushing said wagon, and then we have our camera on a command strip on the edge of the wagon, and then taped to the camera is a lens, because otherwise the sun would just wash us out. And so, yeah, that's what it looks like. All right.
This
All right.
movie.
So let's start with The Long Walk. It's originally a book that was written in the 1970s. Whoa.
So sorry.
All right. So, book written by Stephen King. This was when he used a, what is it? Like a fake name, like a ghostwriter name. It was under Richard something, I forget.
Okay.
Anyways, he wrote this in the 1970s. It's a very popular book. And so, of course, they turned it into a movie. I have yet to read the book because I did buy it to try to do a compare and contrast, but that's okay. That's not the point of this. We're talking about the movie that came out in 2025, a couple months, like a month ago. So the whole point of it is in a specific, like, small town. Don't know said town. Didn't write that in my notes. There's 50 walkers. They're teenagers that get picked from a lottery. The rules of this challenge that they're told is that they have to walk at 3 miles per hour for their speed. If they slow down, they get 1 warning. Then they have to get their speed up in 1 second. I'm sorry, not 1 second, in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they get their second warning. If they can't get the speed up by the 3rd warning, then they get their ticket.
They died.
Ticket.
The other rule
Spoiler, they
is
get shot to death.
the other rules are that if they walk off the pavement, meaning just walk out of the path
Yes.
of all the areas that they're walking.
Like that.
Oh, what?
I walked off the path.
They get an automatic ticket, and when they get a warning, they have to walk for the speed of the 3 miles per hour for 1 hour to get that warning removed. So if you're at warning number 3, you got to walk 3 miles per hour for 3 hours.
No more
and
warnings.
No more warnings. The fact that they track this, I'm like, how you all even remember?
Literally.
But, whatever.
I guess it's connected to whatever band they're wearing, or
Yeah, the little
watch
wristband thing.
Yeah.
So it starts off with our main character. His name is Ray.
Oh, wait, let's give our ratings
Oh,
quickly. Fuck. Back on track, baby.
So I would say my rating for this movie is an 8 out of 10. I thought the concept of it was, it was simple. It's an hour and a half of a movie. It's straight to the point. There's a lot of really good dialogue, and like it talks a lot about brotherhood. And really like how far will you push yourself to survive, or will you be are you willing to feel fulfilled in how far your journey went, and then have somebody else succeed or something like that. I don't know, I thought it was a really cool message. Like I said, it's very, very simple. I probably have to watch it again because some of the dialogue I could not understand in the movie theaters without subtitles.
Yeah.
Some of the accents were a bit southern for me.
Yes.
But yeah, 8 out of 10. My husband really enjoyed it. He thought it was probably a 9 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10, but he definitely enjoyed it. And I thought he wasn't going to like it. So,
Lauren?
I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I also really liked it. I liked the messages and the symbolism in the movie. Has a lot to do with like how the system is and how it shapes human beings and how you're a product of the environment that you are put into and the decisions that you make based on that. I don't know if I would watch it again just because it was intense. It was really good, but I don't know if I would watch it again. It's the type of movie I think it is. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was very
So sorry.
got stuck on a crack.
So sorry.
I thought it was very sad. The bonds that they formed in a very short amount of time. Well, I mean, short to me, not short to them, but it was very sad when like a lot of them inevitably died. But yeah, I liked it otherwise.
I will give it a 7. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. I mean, like, obviously, the story, like, there's not much you can show, like, that's interesting wise, like landscape wise, from people just walking, picture wise. But the conversations were good, and that's what entertained me. Piggybacking off of your comment and your idea, the fact that it also shows like you were talking about like how you become a product of the environment that you're put in, but also just like it made me realize how sometimes in a certain system, it's very hard to like fight back against said system when you're already put in that for so long. So yeah, I liked the messages. The overall story was interesting. Maybe I'm simple-minded. I wasn't super entertained, so 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So it starts off as our intro. The main character, his name is Ray. He gets dropped off by his mom at the sign-up section for this challenge. And you have all the boys are sitting around.
We can talk right here while they pass.
All these boys are introducing themselves to each other. You have some that are going to be main characters, some that are not, as they're going to die in like the next scene. I'm getting distracted.
Okay.
All right. So
First warning.
First one. We would have been done already.
Yeah.
Like 30 seconds and you're gone.
So they're, they're sitting down, introducing themselves, giving them each other's names. I don't remember if they're telling them why they signed up for the challenge until they actually start walking. But
A couple of them did.
Yeah.
Like, I remember specifically Art was like, I'm just here to make some friends and hopefully win some money.
yeah. So there is a number 5. I forget his name. He's this curly-haired boy.
I think his name is Curly. I think they call him
Oh,
Curly.
they call him Curly. Okay. So, well, I wrote White Boy Mima. Oh, no. Sorry. Number 5 is the piece of shit white boy.
Oh, Barkovich.
Barkovich, yeah. Who calls his grandma Mima,
Yes.
which I understand is common. And he has a rock in his shoe. So they've already started the challenge. So he has a rock in his shoe, stops to remove his shoe, and he's like taking his sweet ass time to get up. They give him 3 warnings, but then right away he gets up and says, you know, it's all about his plan. Like he thinks he's really smart and
Yeah, he's
gonna
like,
win
now
this.
I can see how far, like, or like what it seems like to get your warnings.
yeah.
Prior.
Oh, and to mention this before I keep moving forward, the whole point of this challenge is that the winner, again, they don't know what the ticket exactly is. The winner gets 1 wish, and it could be anything that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And they get riches, I think. Like they get
money.
like
Yeah.
a lot of money.
They get money and they get a prize.
Yes. So, and it could be a life-changing prize for them. So that's why people technically sign up for it.
Yes.
So, anyways, so this Meemaw boy says it's all about his plan. Everybody already is irritated with him. And then we find out that because it's with a lottery system, no one actually has a chance to sign up. Girl.
This is a lot harder than it looks. Okay, guys?
Which confuses me because I'm like, how do they actually get put in the lottery system? Is it like just like, for instance, like in Korea, like you automatically like get put in?
I think it is like how the military.
Yo.
I think it's like the military, how like it's because obviously women weren't in it either. So I feel like it's kind of like enlisting in the army. Also, the major general person, he did say that the purpose of like the walk was because the nation was going through a laziness epidemic, and so they televise it to like encourage Americans to stop being so lazy. Allegedly.
Gotcha.
This is very like it's like a post-war dystopian setting, right?
Everyone's like, it's like another Great Depression. Everybody's poor.
Right.
There's not a lot of food, money, things.
Yeah.
So, after we find that out, so it's like a draft that they all get pulled to get in. Curly, which is, he's about 16 that they find out. Like, he's not even supposed to be in this the walk.
Only 18 and up, I think.
Yeah, he got in somehow, pretending that he was like of age, and they were like, yeah, you're definitely 16, like a lot younger than us. So he ends up getting a Charlie horse and slows down. Of course, Ray is trying to help him out, trying to get him to keep walking, the pace and all that kind of stuff. And then he ends up falling down. He gets super distraught. Curly does.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not fair. It's not fair. And they're, giving him all his warnings. And then he gets his first shot in the head. And I was like, yo, that was a gnarly ass shot.
Literally through his mouth. Like it comes out like the side of his face.
That was very gory compared to all the rest of them too.
And then the title shows on the screen.
And I was like, oh,
long ass intro.
Oh, that's how we're starting this. Okay.
So originally,
straight to the point.
Originally, when Ray was first introduced with his mom, right? I was like, why is she making such a big deal, like, about him going? Like, why is she so, like, being so dramatic? And then it starts, and I was like, that's why.
Yeah.
Right. And he did mention that they had an opportunity to bail out.
Yeah.
But it was like a cutoff date prior. So I think it was like a day or two prior they had to, like, bail out of it. So I think it's a lottery, but I don't think they have to do it.
Yeah, so I was a little
maybe it makes them feel like it's their choice.
Yeah, like it is their choice, and they do, obviously the prize is a lot, but because it's televised, they know what they're getting into because they've seen it.
I was a little bit confused at that one part because when they were talking about how, like, I think it was Ray that said something about, like, yeah, it's a choice, but we don't really have a choice, do we? Or something like that. Like, what happens to them if they actually do not decide to participate is what I was curious about. Like, is it more so of, like, your reputation? Or does something actually happen to you? So I was a little confused.
Yeah. So we get into some of the next main character that we meet. Well, I guess we already met him in the intro, but whatever. They start showing him is Pete. So Pete is going to be the character that has the most positive mindset. He's chill. He's taking this for a ride. He is ensuring that everybody is helping each other out to the best of their ability. And he's like, when I'm ready to go, like I've fulfilled my purpose and it is what it is, Everybody else is kind of starting to turn on each other.
Yeah.
And he is the one too that tries to help Ray stay focused.
Yeah. I think what's funny about Pete is that one of the first things he does when he starts walking, he just starts peeing on everybody.
Yeah.
Like in the street, he's just like, hey guys, I gotta go. And he just walks backwards and he's taking a piss.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
So the next person that collapses is player number 1. He ends up convulsing, probably from the dehydration.
Yeah.
On the floor, gets shot dead. And then Ray is, freaking out. He is starting to kind of he doesn't know how to handle all of the shootings. And Pete tells him he hopes that the shootings get easier. Ray's like, hey, I'm afraid of that because that means that we lost our sense of humanity.
Right.
Which is kind of true. Once you get desensitized by something, it's kind of like that shouldn't happen.
That's their normal now.
Yeah. Pete also
Sorry, I'm
too.
gonna pause because I don't want to run this kid over.
Pete also too has a long scar across his face.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to share how he got it. He does end up sharing later on. But we have by the 25th mile, so they're walking, y'all. They walk far as fuck.
So far.
25th mile, we have number 19 that dies. The Mima.
Barkovich.
He ends up just talking crap to this guy. He's making crude remarks about his mom. He's trying to get under his skin. And the guy ends up swinging at him. But of course, Barkovich moves out of the way. So he falls, glides his face on
when he tripped too, it showed his face gliding on the concrete.
Yeah.
It was fucking gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
And he skids his face on the floor and then, he can't get up. He gets his third warning and he ends up getting shot. But then everybody's flipping out on Barkovich because they're like, you're a murderer.
You killed him.
He's starting to lose his mind.
And he's like, no, it's not my fault. And I'm like, you just talked so much shit to him.
Yeah. I was like, you fucking bitch.
Is he also on drugs?
I feel like he had a mental disorder, honestly, because towards the end it seemed like he was even bipolar or schizophrenic or something.
Oh, 1000.
Yeah.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah.
He is not great. And if you liked that character, there's something wrong with you.
No.
All right. So we're down how many people? 3. So now we have
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Right before that, there was it showed there was a girl that was standing off on the sidelines that had a sign for Ray.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What
His
was
fan.
that? Is it just a fan? It was just a random girl that was a fan of
I guess.
him?
I feel like it maybe somewhat shows that.
It's a televised thing.
Yeah. It's almost like Hunger Games style, right?
Yeah.
It's somewhat entertainment for the people as well, which is pretty fucked up,
Right.
The fact that they're going on this deadly journey and that there's fans holding signs for them is just, it's all kind of plays back to the dystopian type theme.
True.
And I wonder too if before it gets televised, if the watchers get a list of all of the contestants.
Maybe.
Or they probably kind of how the Hunger Games did before the actual games, where it's they kind of paraded them. They probably broadcasted who was in the lottery prior.
Yeah.
Mind you, the army officials are on tanks.
Yeah.
There's
3
2 tanks. There's a few of them that stay on foot because when you get your warnings, they come up to you and they're holding the gun to your head. And then on the tanks is the cameras.
Yeah.
That's how
and
they're
then the
being
major in the
televised.
front can randomly giving them words of encouragement.
Yeah.
No.
So
That would have
Ray's,
sent me over the edge.
so it shoots to a screen where Ray is basically dozing off while he's walking.
Yeah.
This is a big trailer.
Ooh. Before he started dozing off, there was a kid that got the shits.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
God.
Yeah. So they get rations, obviously, to try to keep themselves
Fueled.
fueled,
Enough.
but it's not really anything.
It's like those go-go squeeze shits that you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And so
But literally smaller than that. It's like a little tube.
yeah, so they get their rations and, they have to be smart about making sure that they keep those rations throughout their entire walk. They can get replenishment of water. They have to just call a guard and they'll come grab their canteen and refill it for them.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a kid that, he ended up having to take a shit.
Because they were like, do you guys, like, one of them was like, do you like see number whatever? He's like, he's got the shits. And he's like, keeps continually pulling his pants down and like stopping to like try to get some out.
Yeah.
He ends up
That was
stopping in the middle. Like finally he pulls his pants down and just takes a big one and then he gets shot.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't finish his shit in
Yeah.
time. He basically had diarrhea. It wasn't even shit anymore.
Yeah.
At that
Literally.
point. I forgot that. I was like, and I laughed at that part too. I mean, I think that's sad, but I was like, ew. Yeah, so they're just peeing and pooing in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
Like animals, basically.
Just raw dogging it.
So we cut to, so Ray is number 47. So he starts dozing off while he's walking. We find out that for 3 hours, he was basically sleepwalking. Pete helps wake him up when he gets his first warning because he starts slowing down on his walk. And I'm like, damn, the fact that you're sleeping and walking.
Mm-hmm. And
Smart.
and keeping up the pace.
Right.
You know, that you're supposed
Like his
to.
body's just an autopilot now.
Sorry, can you fix the bookmarks?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ray starts talking about how he misses his mom a lot. We find out her name is Ginny.
Mm-hmm.
When they finally get to a steep hill, that's where a lot of people start dying because they can't make the speed of 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. And mind you, but at this time, they're also like, they've walked for how many miles before they get up this hill?
I mean, like 100.
yeah.
Probably.
No, they're not there yet.
Oh, no.
They are
Like 80 something, right?
No, it's still not that much.
Not that much.
Because by day 2, they're still on day 1. Day 2, they made it to mile 52. It doesn't matter. It's high. It's like 40.
Yeah, and they're like
40
already
to
tired.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tired, they're dehydrated, and now they gotta walk 3 miles per hour up this steep hill.
Right.
Yes.
Crazy. So about 14 people that die?
Yeah, it's
From
something
this
like
alone?
that. It's almost like a good third of them are out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Where am I at?
Oh, during that scene too, I thought it was funny. I think Pete said something like, I think because Pete told Ray to pour his water over his head to wake him up. And then he went to go fill up the canteen. And the guy, like the soldier, like hesitated or something. And the guy was like, you get paid to shoot me, motherfucker, not look at me.
Yes.
Period. Go off.
Literally. Like, are you proud of what you're doing?
I'd be like, fuck you staring at?
Yeah.
So there's a kid that is pretty much an aspiring author. The reason why he
What was
joined,
his name again?
I can't remember,
I want to say it was Larry.
but the reason why he joined the walk was because he was determined to write about his experience.
Yes.
But this
Harkness.
I feel like they don't know what goes on because
Yeah.
you know the probability of you surviving is 1 out of 50, right?
Right.
If you know that your ticket is to get shot. So that's where I need to read this damn book.
Right.
I feel like they
Because
would
it's
know
televised,
details.
so like they know, they should know what happened.
But maybe they just like the way that they set it up is like it's not that hard. So like in their mindset, they're like, oh, how hard could it really be?
Yeah.
Because like when the first kid gets shot, they're obviously surprised, but they're not like, oh, holy shit, like that's what happens. Like they like all kind of like turn and like don't look, I guess.
Right. Well, because they were already kind of freaking out when Barkovich was stopping for so long. They were like,
Right.
you need to get up, you need to get up. Like, so they definitely know like what happens to them.
Could just be that they think it's like not that hard.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is where, what did you say his name was? Larry?
Harkness is the journalist.
Okay. So the journalist ends up breaking his ankle while they're on the steep hill.
Like whole 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like dragging that.
yeah,
he's
and
like,
he has to, and he walks far. He walks like probably 20, between 20 to 30 miles more with a broken fucking ankle.
Yeah.
Walking on
Ugh.
foam.
And what
That
Miss
was so gross.
Miss 222 in Squid Games couldn't.
Oh, I said who? Miss Angel Number Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
couldn't hop over a bar that was slow as hell.
And like when we say broke ankle, it's like snapped.
Like
Literally.
his bone is like
90
coming
degree
straight
angle.
out and he's just walking on the bone at that point.
Yeah.
And he's still keeping pace.
Somehow.
You deserve the money, sir.
Yeah,
Right.
literally.
So they make it all the way to the end of the hill. And then this is where Ray's sleep deprivation kicks in. He starts to go off on Pete because he's trying to figure out, like, everybody's kind of turning against each other, and he feels like Pete is maybe deceiving him because Pete is consistently trying to help him. And then he's like, oh, you're just gonna, throw me to the wolves, basically, just so that you can win. Like, he doesn't understand why he's literally the best character.
Nice, yeah.
Ray gets his third warning, and he's about to lose his walk because he can't keep up the pace. And then he has a gun to his head, but Pete helps him push through to keep the pace because he's such a great friend and a great guy. Even though
for
all of the
day.
shit that he was throwing at him, his purpose is just to help others. He's always had that.
Right.
Yeah. Literally this entire time, I was like, Pete's like unfazed.
Right.
He's like,
Well, with his backstory, it makes sense.
yeah.
Like, what else? And I mean, he even says that too. He's like, what else is there? Like,
Right.
I've been through so much
He's
shit.
like, I've been through pretty much the worst, so this is like not the worst to me.
Well, that, but also like he doesn't seem tired at all. He's just going.
Yeah.
He's just walking.
So we make it to day 2. All of that happened in day 1.
Yeah.
We make it to day 2. We are now at mile 52. Mind you, journalist has his broken ankle. Still walking. By mile 67, this is something that I wrote down while I was watching it in the movie theater. I said, why do I feel like Pete is dead? Because no one is actually talking to him but Ray.
Oh, like he was just like a figment of his imagination.
Yeah, because he's sleep deprived. So I thought potentially we were
That would be crazy.
we were watching it from his point of view, like Ray's point of view. So it just seems like Pete is not there because every time he talks, people just talk back to Ray. So I was like, is this guy not there? Like, did he die a long time ago and Ray's like losing his mind?
Yeah.
I was wrong. But, that would have made a great story. So anyways, like I said, we're at mile 67. They show number 49, which is the journalist, and his ankle is fucked.
Yeah.
Like, worse than when he first broke it.
Yeah.
That shit that needs to be amputated.
Yeah. Literally.
And I'm like, he's literally going to die. And then on top of that, as much as it's televised, there's kids in the street just watching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was like a family having like a picnic out at like one
In
point.
the fields.
Yeah, in the field. Kids watching. And Art is the one who tells the kids,
Like, you don't wanna
taller
see
black kid,
this.
he's like, you don't want to see this. Like,
Yeah.
go on.
Get.
Go on, get.
Yeah. Go on, get.
So we now make it to 100 miles in. There's a guy that ends up losing his mind and he starts taking off all his clothes and lies. That's not yet.
Oh,
There's a guy that runs to the drugstore.
oh
Yeah.
yes, that was
He
right.
tries
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
He tries to escape.
He tries to escape. He runs out of the path. And he gets shot a lot. One simple bullet clearly is not enough for this fucking military team. They like shoot him with a rifle like a million times.
Yeah.
Where are we at? So as they continue walking, right? So this is a lot of conversation that we're going through. Pete starts talking about how he wishes that there was 2 winners. So that friends can have the hope that their friends will make it too, like for future challenges. Which I was like, that's pretty sweet too, right? That would probably encourage people to help
That would
each other.
motivate each other.
Yeah, to push forward. And then they get into this chant. For some reason, someone starts it. Oh, well, because
Fuck the walk. Fuck
they're
the
like,
general.
fuck the long walk, and they're
Fuck
just
the
chanting, and
general.
I was like, they're about to die.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the kid started playing music from his little speaker, and I was like, somebody should have been playing music the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
They also have to walk in a rain shower. Fuck that.
Yeah.
soaking wet. I was like, hell no. Walking in
Yeah.
that soaking wet, I would have been pissed.
But that probably would have felt super refreshing.
Probably.
Not gonna lie.
Versus it being hot.
Yeah. All right, so now we're on day 3. this is where Art. So Art is another main character.
Yeah.
He is
Part of
like
the Three
part of the
Musketeers,
Three Musketeers.
with Hank as well, which technically that's 4.
yeah,
They were not
there's
right.
4 of them. So Art is the Christian of the group.
Mm-hmm.
When he passed, I was really
Yeah.
sad. He was
And-
actually my favorite character.
Because I did write, the first note I wrote down was in the beginning that he said, like, I'm just here to make some friends and go for a walk. And then when he died, it was
Yeah, heartbreaking. But he has to take a shit on the floor on
Seems to
day
be
3.
a common issue.
So he starts, he's like, I can't hold it anymore. Pulls down his pants, starts taking a poop. And this whole time I was thinking, when the first guy started, having a poop, I was like, they're literally treating them like horses. Like horses, poop and walk.
right.
But anyways, so he squats down, takes his poop, takes his time. He gets to warning number 3. And
Ray's like, just pinch it, or no, Pete's like, just pinch it off.
Yeah. And then at the nick of time, he gets up and continues walking.
Back on track.
Back on track. So Art just took a shit. He survived getting killed because he got up from the 3rd warning after he pinched his little poop. Got up. However, as he walks towards, who is it? Towards Ray and Pete,
Yes.
they're like, yo, you need to walk like 5 feet behind us. You fucking smell.
Yeah. Literally.
Like, smell like shit.
Well, yeah.
Which is
Obviously,
true
because they can't wipe
themselves.
Yeah. So.
So,
I'm getting distracted.
from there we have what is the Asian kid's name?
Hank,
Hank. That's right.
the one that has the gum.
Yes. So Hank
Little
has
Hank.
this belief that he's been chewing this same piece of gum the entire time they've been walking. So it's like fucking stale at this point. And he's like, what did he say? He said something about like,
He's like, as long as this gum is
superstitious.
still good, he's like, I'm superstitious. As long as this gum is still good,
Then
then
so am
I'm
I.
still good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna make it. So me and this gum are in it together.
Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
he's talking super randomly, just saying all the random things you can think of. Nobody
Mhm.
really understands what the hell he's talking about.
He said
And-
for his price, he wants 10 naked ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when they kind of start talking about what their
What they want.
wishes would
Yeah.
be.
The thing that made me laugh the most was Hank was walking like this.
I know.
Like
Well, because
the
then he
whole
started
time.
saying his like, I don't know, his stomach was hurting or something. So then they all were like, okay, that was like when the 4 of them were all together. He's like, okay, we're all gonna slow our pace down by like 0.2. And he's
he
like, oh
felt
yeah,
better.
it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is also the only one that has a significant other. He's actually married.
Mhm.
So people are questioning why he
He's in it.
decided to join the long walk
Mm-hmm.
when he had somebody to go back home to.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray opens up finally about his dad to Pete. We get a flashback of in the middle of the night, Ray ends up getting pulled from his home. And, oh, I'm sorry, not Ray, his
dad.
father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the military goes into their home. They invade the home. They pull the father out. And he is accused of teaching banned material to his son.
Mm-hmm.
And so the sergeant basically says, what is it? Basically,
Like, do you pledge your allegiance to the nation, and
Right.
do you like,
You'll never do this again.
yeah, you won't do this
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Like, be an example for your son.
Right.
And the dad
And like
does not
follow
do
the
that.
rules. And he says no.
yeah, so he basically says no. And they also, by the way, have Ray and Ginny, remember his mom,
Mhm.
like on their knees, like
Watching.
watching this sergeant point a gun to his dad.
Yeah.
And he gets shot in the face.
Yep.
Ray, the whole purpose of Ray coming to the long walk is he wants to kill the sergeant. So
Like
his
wish-
biggest wish is that he gets a gun, one of the like military guns, so that he can shoot him right away, immediately when they give it to him.
Yeah. Something
Um,
to incite change in the nation as
Yeah.
well. Because people are, because at first he doesn't say like what he wanted. And he was like, my wish is going to hopefully spark change. And they're like, well, you can't make wishes like to end the walk. And he's like, no, what I want isn't to end the walk, but hopefully it will spark change in people.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. But then Pete is telling him that his dad left him because he was like, your dad could have committed to the charges, but instead he
Mhm.
chose against it, and he chose to. He knew what was
Leave
going to happen
you.
in the end, and he
Yeah.
chose to leave you.
Mhm.
I didn't appreciate that because I'm like,
Yeah,
Because you don't
feel
know
like
the situation.
you don't know the situation, but also too like it's important to stand what you believe in.
Mhm.
And the cycle will always repeat itself if he were to have done the opposite.
I
right?
think from Pete's point of view, though, because his parents died, and he probably was looking at it as like your dad had a choice to stay with you, and his parents didn't have a choice because his parents passed away.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, we have now we're back from the flashback
Mhm.
in real time. They're still walking. We have a contestant number 4 who all of a sudden is like, I'm just going to walk up to the fucking tank. They're all starting to lose their fucking mind at this point. He
There.
walks up to the tank, and the tank ends up running over his legs.
Literally.
Gets both of
Gross.
his legs amputated by this, crushed by this tank, and he ends up fucking dying anyway. So what was the point of that, motherfucker? Nothing. 24, this is the guy that ends up getting, so they're kind of walking in a, there's like fields on each side of the road.
Yeah, they're
So
like in like the Great Plains,
Yeah.
pretty much, like in the Midwest somewhere.
So number 24 ends up getting undressed. So he's literally lost his fucking mind. He gets undressed and then he runs all the way to the edge. Yeah. He's just like, "Tra-la-la-la-la," and they shoot his
Shoot 'em.
ass.
Yeah.
So again, everybody's just dying, all for different reasons. Some people are just giving up. Some people are like, hey, I'm going to take my chance to try and escape. I'm going to try to get at,
The
try
soldier.
to do something to the soldiers, and nobody is succeeding at this point.
Yeah.
So Hank finally stops chewing his gum. This is where he mentions that it was a superstition.
Yeah.
That if he could keep chewing it, it would help him to keep walking. It says here, Olson. Who's Olson? Is that Hank?
Hank Olson.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Okay.
that's him.
So Hank goes up to the guards to try and grab their gun. So now he's at a point where it's his turn, right? He's like, I'm over this.
Mhm.
Like, it's my time to go.
It's my time to go. Obviously, he's following his
yeah.
superstitions.
This one I felt really sad
did
about,
too.
actually.
This was sad.
So he goes up to the guards to try and
Like, take their
Take
he
it
tries
down.
to go to grab their guns, and he gets shot twice.
In the
Um,
stomach.
in the stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, at this point, I don't know where they're getting shot. I just know
He
they're
got shot in the stomach.
He's pretty much meant to
Um,
suffer.
Yeah, because he was like left to suffer. Like they weren't shooting him in the head to put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
And then Art tries to run to
Ugh.
him because so Hank is like, Art, like he's calling out for him to help
Yeah.
save him.
He's like,
So-
I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Yeah. So Art goes to try to help him,
Mhm.
and he pulls him down with him. So obviously Art is getting his warnings,
Yeah.
where Hank is like you guys said, like they're trying to make him suffer. So at this point, they already know he's gonna die. So the warnings are all going to Art,
Mhm.
and then
That's when Ray comes to grab
Yeah.
him.
Ray runs to save Art and pulls him back. They have to leave Hank to die, and Art literally takes it to heart. And then this is where they start talking more about Hank. So they,
Art says he has a wife.
yeah, we
Art,
find
was
out
it Art that says he has a wife? Or
I
was
think
it
it was-
Gibbons or
Mhm.
whatever his name was?
Seven.
Stebbins.
that is the other white boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is like
The
becoming
superhero
like
man.
sick.
Yeah.
He is like getting frustrated because he mentions that he's never been sick his entire life, and the one day that he signs up for the long walk and
Is when he
the
gets
start
sick.
time is when he gets sick.
Mhm.
So, so Hank was married, and he basically, if you think about it, commits suicide because he put himself in that situation.
Mhm.
And Pete says anyone who wins, he's like, they need to do something for Hank's wife,
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
whether it's give them the money or they need to take care of her.
Yeah. Give her something.
So he makes everybody agree that, out of any of the winners, like they need to put certain things aside and help out Hank's wife.
Except
Except
Pete doesn't address Barkovich. And Barkovich takes it a certain way.
yeah, because Barkovich is like, hey, to Ray, he's like, why didn't Pete ask me if I was going to take care of Hank's wife?
Right.
And Ray's like, oh, like, I don't know. And he's like, well, can you tell him, like, to ask, or like, I'll do it. Like, I want to be a part of it.
Mhm.
And he's like, you know, whatever happened back there, like, I didn't murder that guy. I want a group now. Like, I've never had a group. And so I want to
just
be a
want
part of it.
friends.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you was here talking shit for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expected to have friends.
He's pretty much
And
going
there's-
psychotic.
Yeah. And there's 6 of them left. So it's Ray, Pete, it's
Barkovich.
Barkovich, it's Stebbins,
Stebbins.
it's Art, and then it's the Indian guy.
Yes. The Native American.
The native
Jacob
sorry,
Black.
Jacob
yeah,
Black.
I was like, who is Jacob
I
Black?
actually really, even though he didn't do much, I was like, I like him.
Okay, well, he's getting irritated as fuck with
Yeah.
Barkovich. He's like, you motherfucker, you did fucking kill him. You're a murderer. Like, he was chill this whole
Yes.
time, and he's over it now at this
Yeah.
point. He's
And
like,
he-
absolutely not.
He's the only one that's not from that area, right?
Mhm.
Because he
Correct.
was like, he was talking about how they're all like hillbillies and bumpkins,
Right.
but how he like misses home.
I'm assuming he's from like a reservation.
Yeah.
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 So, yep, in my notes, Barkovich is losing his fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps crashing out, holding, and he's holding a fucking spoon.
Yes.
He runs up in front of the guy. So this is now like, you know, Ray is trying to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
We have I almost said Jack Black.
Jacob Black.
Jack Barlow?
What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't
The
know.
werewolf.
A Native American
Black.
guy?
Jacob. Yeah.
Jacob.
Sorry. I don't know why I was getting that name confused. We have Jacob Black, just not Taylor Lautner, is obviously talking to shit with him. And he's just like, I'm good. Like, you know, it is what it is. You stay over there. I'll stay over here. So he's losing his fucking mind. And he ends up running in front of the guys. They're all confused because hello.
He's
This
unpredictable.
guy is unpredictable as
Yeah.
fuck. And he runs up in front of him. He turns around and he stabs himself in the throat with the spoon.
He
So
said, we're going to be together forever now, whores.
that's what
And
he
he
said.
stab- yeah. And then he stabs himself.
All right.
Because
Well,
after he was like, oh, I just want friends. And everybody was like, yeah,
It's
okay.
like friends for life.
And then he was like, yeah, we're together forever now, whores, or something like that. And then he stabs himself. I was like, okay.
all right. Well, there's the end of Mima. So
Meanwhile,
we're now at 260 miles.
Jesus.
And there are 5 contestants left. That's fucking wild. I don't even know what day we're on, but we're at 260 miles. Then at 278 miles, so 18 miles later, that is when our Native American friend starts, getting sad because he's getting homesick.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts to get really scared that he's not going to see his family again. So they're all talking, they're all still trying to get to know each other a little bit better. And this is how we find out that he came here for potentially the prize.
Mm-hmm.
And he's away from
Sorry.
his family.
Pause.
Yeah, I did also see, because I was looking at Letterboxd, and people are like, no one was wearing the right shoes for this event.
No.
Some of them were like, you're wearing fucking Converse
Yeah.
to walk for days.
You're like, hello, Nike, Adidas, whatever.
Like
the
me and
shoes are.
my New Balances would have been in there.
Like, let's sponsor these boys. So Ray, his shoes are fucked. The soles are ripped off, so his foot is basically going through his shoe. So he now needs to take off his shoes. So he basically has to walk. Well, I wouldn't say barefoot. He still has socks on,
Mhm.
but regardless, he's still walking with no protection on his feet. And then he comes across his mom watching him. This is where he snaps out of the focus, runs to his mom. She's like, stop.
He's like, I just want to hug. I was like, oh. Also,
And-
they had mentioned that they would see their people, right? Earlier.
Well, because they were like, Ray, we're going to pass through your hometown.
Yeah. And so they were like, oh, it'll be, because people are like, oh, at least you have people cheering you on. And I think Pete was the one who said,
He's
like,
like, that'll
it'll
make
be
it worse.
harder
Yeah.
for him, which it did.
It'll make
It
him lose
definitely
his
did.
focus. It'll make him want to give up.
Yeah.
Etc.
So he's being really close to about to cross the line. The mom is like trying to like push him back to be like, don't cross this line, yada, yada, yada. Of course, he gets his fucking warnings.
Mm.
And who comes to save him? Good old Pete. Pete comes, grabs him, and makes sure that he keeps walking.
Yep.
Um,
And
This
he's like,
is-
I'm sorry. I should have stayed in the car or something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
I should have listened to you.
So then we find out more about Pete's story. So Pete's parents, they died when he was little. This is where his uncle took him in and beat
the shit
him.
out of him.
And he ended up dying when Pete was 10 years old.
In a pool of his own vomit.
Yep. So he was an alcoholic, probably a druggie too. Pete was always forced to move around his whole life. There was a moment, so this is where his scar comes in to play.
Mm-hmm.
He got in a fight with a guy that had a hunting knife.
Mm-hmm.
The guy left him for dead, but he woke up in the hospital. And from there, because he survived that incident, he says he always tries to look for the light in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have much to lose, but he has so much to gain. And he wants to use the money if he wins to house kids that are just like him.
Mm-hmm.
So orphans, foster children.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to make it a safe space for other children.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at mile 306.
God damn.
Yep. This is where Steven is saying that they should all work on their own and not to each other. Wait, what? Oh, and not
Help each other, pretty much.
not help each other out. So he wants it to be a fair game
Yeah.
Mhm.
because there's
Because they won't get anywhere.
yeah.
There won't be a winner.
So there's still 5 of them. And then we have fuck, I'm losing my spot.
The 5 of them being, at this point, it's Ray, P, Art, Stebbins, and the Native American guy.
Jacob Black.
Jacob Black.
Hold on, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Oh yeah.
think
So
Hmm?
Jacob Black, he ends up fuck, I can't read and walk. Where is it? Here we go. He runs up to the guard. So he decides to,
End it.
he wants to end it. He wants to try to make a difference. So he runs up to the guard to take his rifle. He does successfully shoot the guard.
one of them.
Yeah. But then he also gets shot in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And for him, he's like, I'm not about to be taken out by these guys. So he ends up committing suicide and shooting himself in the head.
Mm-hmm. I think he's also chanting his
His
tribe's song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're now at mile 324. This is where Art's nose starts bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And Stebbin is saying that he potentially has an internal hemorrhage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah. And
And
Art,
he can't see it. And Art goes up to Ray and Pete and is like, is it that bad? And he has like blood going down his whole face. And
Yeah.
they're like, it's not that bad.
he
You're okay.
says he can't walk anymore. He just wants to give up. And Pete tells him, don't apologize, that he gave it his all
Mhm.
and that he was a very good friend.
Yeah.
Which was, like you stated, that was his whole thing.
He had his
just wanted to
purpose.
be
He was like, he came out of it with friends. And that was his whole point of wanting to do
And
it.
Art was like, I did
like,
do
"I
a good
did."
job.
He's
And
like,
I
"I
was
did
a good friend.
For Art.
So before he decides to sacrifice himself, or to just stop walking, I should say, it's not even a sacrifice at this point. He gives his chains and his like dog tags
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
them, and he
Mhm.
asks him to give it to his grandma, to find
Yeah.
his grandma and give her his chains.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, promise me that you aren't going to watch while they kill me. He says he's going home.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we remember he's the Christian character, so he's being
going-
sent to Christ.
Yep.
Which was so sad.
Yeah.
And then they made his promise. They weren't going to watch him be killed,
Mm-hmm.
but you could see that it really affected them,
Yeah.
obviously, when they heard it.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost done.
We're almost there.
So now we have 3 last characters. We have Pete, Ray, and Steven.
Yes.
Seven?
Seven.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was Steven.
Seven.
I think the subtitles, it was Sebbin.
All right,
I think.
Steven.
It was on
The other guy.
it was on a pirated website, so it could be wrong.
So they're the last 3 standing. They're now kind of walking on a bridge. And it's like a bridge like the Golden Gate,
Yeah.
Golden Gate Bridge?
Mhm.
Golden State Bridge.
Golden Gate.
I
Golden
never
Gate.
went up.
Golden
Across it,
Gate and the
so-
Golden State.
Gotcha.
Golden Gate and
In
the Golden State.
Okay. So there's a lot that he knows that he was not sharing throughout the whole
Mhm.
300 miles of this fucking walk.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says he starts sharing with them more information, and he's like, the reason why I know so much about the long walk is just because I'm the rabbit. And we find
I
out
was
that
like,
They're
what the
talking
fuck
in
does that
fucking
mean?
riddles the whole time.
Yeah.
too.
so we find out that he is the major's son. The major is his
Bastard
father,
son.
but he is a bastard son.
One of many as well.
One of many.
Yeah, that guy gets busy.
apparently.
Apparently.
And
the guy who played the major, he was in he's from Star Wars.
Oh. That makes
He is, because I was looking him up because he looked familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah. It all connects. But, yeah.
Hold
Get in their
on.
way.
Hold on. That is Mark Hamill.
Ah.
He
Wait, who
is.
do you play?
He plays Luke Skywalker in the original
Oh, ha.
Star Wars.
Wow.
I didn't watch Star Wars, but I knew that.
I know Lance knew that, but he
He
probably
looked different,
said that
though.
in the movie.
Oh.
And I was like, huh?
Yeah, he looked different, obviously, but yes.
All right. Well, you played a really annoying man, sir.
Yeah.
But you did a great job. Let's
Wasn't
see.
there at one point where the general or the major was like, you guys can do it, and Ray just like fucking goes off and he's like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
And the
Something,
major is
something.
like, that's the
That's
spirit.
the spirit. Oh, I would have lost my mind.
He ends up, Seven ends up telling them, what they should expect towards the end.
Mhm.
So he's like, if you guys just keep
Crowd.
walking, there's going to be a crowd that will join you. And this is so that we can see the major make his final kill.
Mhm.
So then he himself stops walking and he's just yelling to all the sergeants. He's like, come here, come kill me. And the
Mhm.
sergeant don't give a fuck.
Which they all gather for the final kill, but what if they had kept walking? Because isn't it whoever stops walking?
Yeah.
So if they had kept walking,
They would have walked with them.
Well, that's what Seven said.
I
He
would
was
let's
like,
go, bitches.
Sevens was like, you'll get a crowd, so you guys got to keep walking. Do you understand? And what do? They don't keep walking.
Nope.
Which we'll talk about, but
Hold on.
hold on a second.
So we are now at 50% chance between Ray and Pete.
Mhm.
And as they're walking, it's Pete that kind of stops, right?
He does stop.
Yeah, but Ray does tell him that he's not afraid of death anymore as they're coming. So you're kind of like, okay, why are you saying that right now? But
Yeah.
whatever. So they make it to I missed a number. I think
it's like
this is
350
3.
something.
I put 33, so maybe it's 333
around there.
or something. I was like, definitely not mile 33. They've been walking forever. The crowd is waiting for them in the rain, so we're back in the rain. And mind you, again, remember, Ray has no shoes on,
Mhm.
or he's missing a shoe, something like that. So Pete stops and tells him to win it for his mother.
Mhm.
And he's, ready to sacrifice himself. It was always his purpose. He always looks at the light that in darkness and things like that. And then Ray gets to him and tells him to keep walking just a little bit longer. So he does. He follows along with Ray's plan, and then he doesn't notice that Ray has stopped behind him.
Mhm.
And Ray is also on his final warning. So he ends up taking the shot from the major. That's the last kill, right? That everybody is gathering
Watching.
to watch.
Mhm.
And he gets shot in the head.
Yep.
So he sacrificed himself for his friend Pete. The major goes to Pete, tells him he won, and asks him what his one wish is. And Pete says that he wants the combine, the specific one that the soldier next to him was holding.
So he can show his kids one day, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yep. So then he points it at the major. And with trying to follow through with Ray's wish, he says, this is for Ray. He shoots the major dead. And then he just continues walking and credits happen.
Yep.
Yep.
He
That is
literally
the
walked
end
up
of-
into the suddenly there's no crowds anymore.
That too, because I was like, am I dreaming? Like, is it supposed to
Right.
be like a dream now? Because nobody was in the shot.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Well,
gone.
because they were behind him, if you think about it. 'Cause
Were they?
Well, I mean, that's supposedly. Because when he shot the major,
Yeah.
everybody was behind the major. And he just kept walking this direction. So, that is the end of the long walk.
Yes.
The major too, when he was being held at
Better
gunpoint,
readjust.
from Pete.
He was like, "You're not going to do it."
Yeah,
son.
he was like, "You're not going to do it, son. Think
You have too
about the
much
whole
to lose."
nation's watching.
Yeah.
You know, riches are waiting for you. You don't want to
You don't
ruin
wanna-
it." But
Mhm.
also the major was kind of like, I mean, to him, it was like, it's you kill me, it's not really going to make a difference because he's just like a cog in the machine at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was just like, well, damn. All right. I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me that Pete came out the winner because, like I said, throughout this entire thing, he was like unfazed. He didn't never seem tired. Nothing bad ever happened to him. He was just walking. And I was like, well.
I mean, I was surprised only because it's kind of set up to where it's like you assume Ray was
Right.
going to be the one to win because he was like the main-ish character.
Right.
But it's also interesting that Pete chose to fulfill Ray's wish because Pete was the one who was telling Ray, like, oh, if you go through with killing the major, like that changes you as a person and it might not make the change that you want. It'll just change you, something like that.
I think it showed how much Ray had an impact on him and like meant to him that he gave up his wish was that he wanted to change the rules of the game. Right. So that two people could make it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ended up fulfilling Ray's wish instead.
There was a quote that
He a real one.
Pete said that I liked because I don't remember what they were talking about. Ray was saying something, but Pete said, whether we have 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 decades, this moment is all that matters. And it was in reference to like them being friends, because even if they had been friends for 3 decades, like it wouldn't have mattered. In the end, they're going to die either way, whether it was 3 decades from now. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
So, would you guys survive the long?
No.
Hell no.
Oh, actually, I did see also another letterbox comment that was like, the rage baiter in me would have had this over by mile 3 because I would have been rage baiting people to fucking trip or fall.
Okay. I think I would have probably never entered in the first place and or bailed out. If
Well, also, I mean, okay, as women, I don't think we would have been able to enter because they just get to fucking pee wherever they want.
Yeah. Like we gotta. I mean, you can pee while walking, I guess. Down here, like, God damn it. A lot harder to use the bathroom, but yeah, I would not be surviving. Heck no. I don't even know how. I wonder how long I would get. How far I would get though. But I'm definitely not coming out the winner.
Right.
I am wondering, like, if the book differs in any way, and if it does, like, what's different about it.
Supposedly, the book does have a different ending. We said earlier or yesterday. None of us have read the book, so we don't know. But I guess there is potentially a different ending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mossy, I'll read it and report back.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll do.
On
Will
what the
do.
different ending is. Or I guess I can just go to the end of the book and see what happens.
One letterbox comment said, I thought they were going to try and do a suicide pact like Katniss and PETA.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting that too, but because then it would be like, well, we need a winner.
Right.
If they want
they
keep
had
the
mentioned
show.
that at one point because I think it was when there was 4 of them left.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, what if we all slow down at the exact same pace?
And Sevens was like, they have the tracker down to a science.
Yeah,
Like,
where it's like they
they'll
wouldn't have
know.
been able to.
Right.
And that was right before when they were like, how do you know so much about the long walk?
Right. Yeah. So no suicide pact together.
Right.
Any final thoughts about the long walk?
Nope.
It
That
was what
was-
it was. I
yeah.
enjoyed the symbolism in the movie.
Yeah. If you watched the long walk, let us know what you think.
If you read the book, let us know if
Yeah.
you like the book or the movie better.
Let us know if you
Enjoyed
like
this
our
outing.
new environment. You know,
It's kind of bumpy, but it's okay.
walking, talking,
You'll be fine.
exercising.
Yeah. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. You can listen to our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the things. And until then, embrace the instability.
Goodbye.
Have a happy isn't Thanksgiving on the 27th?
Sure.
So have
Oh
a
yeah,
happy
it would have been.
Thanksgiving.
It would have been this
Give
week.
thanks.
Yep.
Be nice.
So you don't have
food.
to.
You don't
do
have
the
to
long
walk. And
Yeah, eat and don't walk.
Eat and go walk.
Afterwards.
Yeah,
Fine.
literally.
Peace out.
Bye.